In 2013, an 80-year-old man passed away in Zhengzhou, a city in China. His name was Johann Hodel, but people called him Hans. He wasn't from China. He was originally from Switzerland and later lived in the UK. So, how did he end up dying in China? Well, this short story is both heartwarming and unexpected. It all began in 1999. A young Chinese student named Song Yang had moved to London to study. He was just 20 years old, full of dreams and trying to make his way in a foreign country. One day, after classes, Song accidentally got on the wrong bus. That bus took him to the River Thames. He figured, why not enjoy the scenery for a bit before heading back? While walking near the river, Song noticed an old man struggling with shopping bags. He walked over and offered to help. The man said his house was nearby, so Song carried his groceries home. That old man was Hans. Hans had lived a tough life. Born in 1933 in Switzerland, he lost his mother when he was just 3. His father remarried, but his stepmother didn't treat him kindly. He grew up in loneliness, working odd jobs, washing cars, working in restaurants. Eventually, at the age of 58, he moved to the UK and found work at the Royal Opera House. But even in London, Hans was alone. He never married. He had no family, no friends, just silence in his small home. When Song helped carry those bags, he never imagined how that small act of kindness would change both of their lives. As they talked, Song mentioned that he was struggling with rent and bills. Hans offered him a place to stay for free. All he asked in return was help with some household chores. Song moved in, and over time, the two formed a deep bond. Hans taught Song English, helped him find part-time jobs, and even covered some of his tuition fees. He used to say, "I have no one in this world, but now it feels like I've found a son." When Song's friends came over, Hans would give up his bedroom so they'd all have space. He'd sleep on the sofa without complaint. In 2001, when Song had a serious road accident, Hans took care of him like a father would. Song lived in the UK for 8 years. Every year he visited his family in China, and sometimes Hans came with him. He stayed with Song's family, who welcomed him with open arms. That wrong bus had brought someone into their lives who felt like family. By 2007, Hans was aging quickly. He needed surgery and his health was failing. Song, who had returned to China, immediately flew back to the UK when he heard about Hans's condition. He brought Hans to China, got him admitted to a hospital, paid for his surgery, and stayed by his side every day. After recovery, Song and his family didn't want Hans to return to the UK. He was old, he was alone, and now he finally had a family. So Hans stayed in China. He was happy, surrounded by warmth, laughter, and people who cared for him. Song got married, had a child, and Hans became a grandfather figure to the baby. He read books, watched TV, and even taught English to children in the neighborhood, for free. Everyone loved him. He was respected and deeply appreciated. On December 2nd, 2013, Hans passed away from heart failure. He was given a beautiful farewell. People from local government, embassies, neighbors, and most importantly, Song and his family were there for his last journey. It all started with a wrong bus ride and ended with a beautiful story of found family, kindness, and love.